But now we're getting to the grand finals, with loser side being Pugsyxd and Luna, and winner's side being Boomie and Santy. And for those that are not aware, because this is the grand finals, basically if Santy and Boomie win this best of 5, they will win the entire tournament. They're from loser side, everything's good. If Pugsyxd and Luna win, you basically do another best of 5 to indicate that Boomie and Santy technically are falling to the losers bracket, and another best of 5 called the grand final reset we play because they are resetting the bracket. So, all that said, we're getting into the action right now in the grand final. It's pretty spicy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I can't wait to see what type of combos they're throwing, man. We saw it, especially in winners finals, like the amount of combos going back and forth are phenomenal. Luna coming in with a guy gets a down signature knockout with unarmed, knocking out Boomie's first stock. But I'm gonna root for Pugsyxd and Luna on this one. They're coming in from the loser side of the bracket. They are showing that they still want to be here. And right now, Santy's getting knocked out of the first stock as well. So hopefully this is an indication that the red team will win the first set, at least guaranteed. But we'll have to see going forward, because we've seen Boomie and Santy come back from phenomenal disadvantages.
Yeah, and I think the thing with that is you're already coming in with like you said, with that momentum, and coming in from the loser's side and having beaten the team of Hardy MJ and Walshy. I think you're kind of warmed up for anything they have to do. But again, that momentum is not going to carry you through. You need to also be able to just play better and play smarter, right? And Santy and Boomie, you know, top seed, they have not dropped a set. I mean, they have been, well, all of them, they have not dropped to loser side, and there's a reason for that. So despite what we may see right now, it's definitely going to be a battle to see who will come out on top. And right now, it's looking like Pugsyxd and Luna are ever so slightly ahead, pulling away from Boomie and Santy.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I think Pugsyxd and Luna want to keep, but Boomie's just trying to knock it away. You can see him come in with these signature sets, and a lot of the signatures with Cross are very quick. They're not like the fainted of heart, for sure. And that shows right there. Boomie knocking out Pugsyxd there of their second stock. Luna trying to come in there with that Thor, which I'm kind of surprised they've been playing a lot of Thor. I kind of know them more so for Terras. But Luna does get knocked down the second stock. It is still one stock in lead in favor of Pugsyxd and Luna, but they need to knock out Boomie to go ahead and make it a 2v1. That might be the best thing for them if they want to go and win this first round.
I think that Thor is really good. Really good. And that team combo is even better as Santy gets his world rocked by the team of Pugsyxd and Luna, and a down air from Pugsyxd will send them packing. Pugsyxd and Luna taking them down in style as we go to game 2, and they want this. They are saying, give us the reset. Give us everything, dude. We're ready for it. What a beautiful punish coming in from this team.
That was phenomenal coming out of that matchup, and holy crap.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but that's the benefit of twos. I mean, that's the whole thing with twos is you can do that. You can't do that in ones. You can't have sick 2 combos because you don't have another person. So hopefully Santy and Boomie are, I guess they know exactly what it is they're dealing with and they can properly adjust. But I'm not sure if that's necessarily going to be a given because I mean, they're playing pretty well. But as I was saying, I mean, Thor is very good. I think he's very good. I think his weapon combination is pretty decent. His SIGs are also pretty nice as well. And also Orb is a very, very fast weapon. If you know how to use it, you know how to really get the most out of that weapon. It is annoying as hell to play against.
Phenomenal knockout coming out of the red team there. Very, very nice job knocking out Boomie's first stock. But yeah, you're 100% right when it comes down to Thor. And Luna's got a lot of experience with that hammer, man, and I think that's going to be definitely very useful. Oh, and that platform just screwed up Luna there too. He tried to do a stomp at the bottom, like on the actual map, not the platform, and he got caught with it. Right now, Pugsyxd is going to go ahead and get knocked out of the first stock there by Boomie. Boomie trying to go ahead and set up Santy for that knockout on Luna, but Luna able to go ahead and messing around a little bit, get back to platform, but Santy and Boomie with this two-piece combo. Nice little two-piece combo coming up Pugsyxd and Luna as well. Nice side air. Santy's really trying to come back here as soon as possible while Boomie's very low on that second, but still right now, I mean, blue team has a little bit of a lead because of how low Luna is and where the stock of Pugsyxd is currently. But overall though, I mean, still back and forth. It's very close.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good thing. I mean, I guess it depends on what you want. So I know some people want those like really quick matches. Boomie cannot get back to the stage and he died. So that's the thing. But some people want those really quick 3-0s and some people want the full-on series. But I mean, regardless, I think it says a lot, you know, that these two teams go up against each other. The matches are very close because it shows that, you know, I guess especially compared to the winners final, they must have gone through some hardcore training, aka the losers final, because right now I think Boomie and Santy, they're faring better, but especially in that first game they were struggling to kind of adapt. But I think Boomie and Santy now, they're good enough players. And again, we mentioned they're both like what, top 3, top 2 twos players in North America. They definitely understand how to adapt and how to overcome these kinds of things. And I think we're seeing that right now with pretty equal damage, but Boomie definitely taking the brunt of that damage right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's even now. This is a very, very even matchup between these players. I mean, Boomie and Santy have definitely picked up the pace a little bit, but I think Pugsyxd and Luna are just still keeping up with the advantages because in the winner's side, once Boomie and Santy picked it up a little bit, Pugsyxd and Luna had a really difficult time against it. And look, I mean, we just saw Pugsyxd knock out Boomie's final stock, and Santy's now dealing with a 2v1.
Yeah, and that's going to be Pugsyxd and Luna taking it right there. Boomie actually recovered into the sword end light, and then he died from it. So that's a bit unfortunate for Boomie, but not for Pugsyxd and Luna because they're doing just fine. Now they're up 2-0 and are threatening the grand final reset. Santy gonna switch over to the Koji. Boomie is gonna stay on the cross here. Now Koji is definitely a character that has been rising their ranks as of recently, and a lot of players I think very highly of Koji. I think they think he's very good. And this is the first time in a while where we're gonna see Bo. I think the last time we saw it in here was actually Azov. Playing it earlier, so very interested to see how the Bo plays into everything. Overall, Koji, will this be the pick that prevents the grand final reset?
I don't know, but I know these players, especially Pugsyxd and Luna, this would be definitely a huge win for them if they win these next 2 sets. I don't think I've seen them recently win over Boomie and Santy at all, but you see Santy going ahead and get knocked out, and Boomie getting knocked out by the red team. Phenomenal gameplay coming out of Luna and Pugsyxd. The amount of improvement that we're seeing compared to the winners final is absolutely phenomenal. So very nice job coming out of those players. But right now, Boomie coming in with that gauntlet recovery there on the Pugsyxd. Luna's very, very low, is able to come back, even with Boomie going so aggressive off that ledge. But it's going to be interesting. We'll have to see what the blue team could do. Oh, they're going to lead to a combo onto Pugsyxd and try to make it a little bit more in their advantage. Blue team's a 1-stock disadvantage right now.
That is true, but you also have to think that could have actually been a Pugsyxd kill, but Luna came in as fast as he possibly could to prevent that from happening. And now we're seeing equal stocks, but both Boomie and Santy are both very damaged right now. And they're going to need some reprieve. They're going to need some time to think, because if they don't fix something soon, this grand final reset is going to be there. And if that's going to be how this is, based on how this is going, I would not want to be Boomie and Santy right now.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And this is the power the red team needs to win this entire event right now. If they're able to 3-0 Boomie and Santy in the winner's side, they have the force to do it. The issue is going to be, can they use that force in the entire 2 sets? Oh! But as I say that, Pugsyxd gets knocked out that second stock. Luna's trying to get Boomie and Santy, but they knock Luna out. And right now, it's 1 stock all. Pugsyxd's got to be careful. Cannot be knocked into that orange while Luna's trying to get that weapon. Sidelight, nice side light coming out of Luna as well. Santy's in the low red, Boomie's in the low orange as well in their final stocks. Red team's still having a really big lead right now.
Well, that's one. Now Boomie needs to try and find something. He needs to find anything right now to prevent this reset. But Pugsyxd is not going to let him have it. But Boomie trying to go for everything. And he does not get it. And he might be punished. No, he will be punished with the grand finals reset. And again, you might look at that and you might think, what the hell is Boomie doing? But consider it from this angle. If you're in a situation like that for Boomie, he knows that if he tries, it's hell to try and get back on the stage like that. But on the other hand, he's trying to optimize his options. It comes back to that. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It may look int, but it's really not that int. He was trying to optimize his option and it didn't work. But in that situation, you know, it just so happened that the consequences was him losing the game. And now we're in the grand finals reset. They're now both on the loser's side. And now it is one best of 5 to win. And there's a lot of momentum on the side of Pugsyxd and Luna right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll have to see how this next upcoming few rounds do. Because, I mean, Boomie and Santy are phenomenal 2s players. And that shows it right there with that phenomenal team combo onto Luna. I think right now Santy and Boomie definitely have a lot of really good synergy. And I think now that they lost that first round, you're going to see them a lot more alive compared to what you saw them in the first set. Because now it's the same risk for each team. So we'll have to see as it goes on. Right now, nice weapons are coming out. Luna. Pugsyxd. Oh, gets knocked out by Luna by mistake, thinking that Boomie was gonna like impulse jump. But right now, man, I mean, Boomie and Santy are doing very well.
Yeah, that's a very rare mistake for them at this point. But I think it's perfectly fine. Nothing that's too, you know, nothing that's too unreasonable. But I mean, for everyone that might be shocked that this is even happening, I hope you're not, because again, Pugsyxd and Luna are both very good players, and they're coming in just as hungry to win as Boomie and Santy. And now Boomie and Santy now have to play from the loser side, just like Luna and Pugsyxd did. And again, like, no one should be surprised that this is happening. They're both really solid players.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can definitely see it here. I mean, we saw the first leg set, right? We saw Luna and Pugsyxd just go off, and now Boomie and Santy are like, you know what? Let's take 2 stock leads. Let's do that real quick. That was a smart move by Luna launching Pugsyxd into the air, but then Santy's like, you know what? That ain't gonna lead anywhere, and knocks out Pugsyxd's second stock. So red team has a 2 stock to space to come back from. They could definitely do it, but they gotta separate Boomie and Santy like they did in the first set.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely making the necessary adjustments. But one thing I do want to at least ask, right, is yes, they're definitely winning right now, right? I mean, we don't know if they're going to win the entire game, but they definitely have the lead. Do you think maybe they, maybe switching weapons would even be something to consider, right? Because if things maybe don't work out, maybe they throw the match or something else happens, right? Because they're both playing with gauntlets, and Boomie has the blasters and Santy has the sword. They did actually get the 2 stock for both of them. So again, it seems to be one of those things where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I guess I asked that, but because I feel like, you know, people are always going to wonder if something's struggling, you know, maybe you switch it out, see what works, see what doesn't work. But Boomie and Santy putting a stop to the potential 4-game loss streak, and now they're up 1-0 in the reset.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Pugsyxd and Luna are not swapping characters. I think Pugsyxd's got definitely some options for themselves available, but we'll have to see if they really take advantage of it. It's like maybe their final round they might pull like a pocket pick. It depends, but I think red team's main goal right now is to separate Boomie and Santy from each other and see if they can go ahead and at least build some damage up. Because right now Boomie and Santy are so close together right now, it's kind of nuts, and they're able to land these team style combos and enjoy themselves. But right now you can see
pretty good thing to do.
Look at the red team. They're trying to do these combos, and you can see Santy coming in and just turning that combo into the blue team's combo, and that's what we're seeing there. Santy and Boomie knocking out I believe Luna's first stock.
Yep, they are definitely playing a lot better, a lot more clean, and sometimes it takes that, right? Again, the advantage of being in the winner's side is if you lose, you still get another chance. So they're definitely down, but they're not out. And the momentum was on Luna and Pugsy's side, but Boomie and Santy coming back in. And, you know, if there's anyone in North American Brawlhalla that knows how to handle bracket resets, it is Boomie. You know, one of the best twos players alongside Santy. And Pugsy and Luna definitely pushing them to a grand finals reset, because again, they are down, but they are most certainly not out of this at all. There's definitely room for them, Pugsy and Luna, to reduce this lead and even reverse it. But as it stands right now, I don't think Santy and Boomie are going to want to let go of this lead just yet.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but right now, oh, Luna with the knockout there on a Santy. Hopefully that starts to pick up things there for Luna and Pugsy. But we do see Pugsy getting knocked out of that second stock as well. Luna might be getting knocked out here by Santy. Indeed, we do see it. So I don't know. Red team's got to pick something else up, man. It's definitely not going in their favor right now.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens, but you know, again, they're definitely not out. But 4 stocks to 2 is hard to come back from, especially with damage numbers like these. So, I mean, you're gonna try your best, but it's certainly not gonna be easy to come back from. A beautiful play coming in right there. Pugsy gonna go down now, and now it's gonna be up to Luna to try and make the plays happen. But Boomie got the ground game. Zay's got the air game. He's gonna try and save it, but he actually messes up slightly on there. I mean, it's not really gonna matter that much. I mean, they both still have 1 stock. But he is gonna mess up the saving just ever so slightly. Now Luna on the edge, trying to get something done, but all he's gonna find is a boot to the face, and that is 2-0 in favor of Boomie and Santy. 1 more win for them, and they win the 2v2 portion of Frost Trials.
Absolutely. So I think Luna and Pugsy, they have to pull something out, man. They really, really do. And they did so well in the first round. But then I think Santy and Boomie realized what the situation was. They're like, okay, let's shake off the nerves there and go straight into it. And I mean, they have been popping off really, really well so far, but I don't know, Pugsy and Luna just have such a difficult time trying to counter Boomie and Santy at this level of skill that Boomie and Santy are basically showing off right now.
I mean, well, if you really think about it, I mean, it's kind of just been a very tight match between both of these duos, right? Because for winners final, it was Boomie and Santy favored, and then for the first part of grand finals, it was heavily Pugsy and Luna favored, and now it's back to being Santy and Boomie favored. I mean, this is just what happens when you get really top tier players, top 8 players, and you pit them against each other like this. I mean, sometimes you're gonna get these lopsided matches, but at the same time, you know, they've all been playing very, very well. That being said, Santy, I think, forgot. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he just missed, like, I don't know. But either way, they're both going to go down here. That might be the opportunity that Pugsy and Luna need to kind of make their way back into the set, but it's hard to tell.
That was a smart move by Red Team with the build up on Boomie. What? What happened there? All right, well, it looks like Luna got knocked out by a clash with the blue team, and Boomie just knocked himself out of the second stock.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's just unforced errors, and again, they have a 2-game lead, so again, they're not in complete danger. But it is kind of a little bit discouraging, I guess, to yourself when you make those kinds of mistakes. But they happen. They happen. I think that's just one thing to acknowledge. That being said, like I said, they still definitely have a chance, and they're going to make the most of the situation. Luna now definitely going to try to get back to this stage, but he's just going to be met with a down air unarmed, and Santy is tying this game and now giving the lead over to the blue team. But Boomie also doing very good in his respect. I don't want to leave him out of this as well, but this game went very easy from being a game of mistakes to a game of comebacks for them.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and it was so much in the red team's favor, and then blue team just went crazy, and then Pugsy got too aggressive. That was definitely something very major. I still think the red team can definitely win, just because of the fact that Boomie did drop an entire stock.
No!
What?
Santy went down to try to save Boomie, but the weapon throw came down from Luna, and it basically bonked Santy in the face. And he was trying to recover him, but it hit both of them at the same time, so he wasn't able to make it back, and they both ended up dying. That is a very valiant move, but very interesting decision there.
That's insane, though. I mean, yeah, I know Santy was trying to save their teammate, but I don't know. It almost felt like that second stack that Boomie dropped it was intentional. I don't know. We'll see how it goes going from here, but I felt like that when I was watching it over. But right now, we're going into round 4. Santy's going a little bit crazy with the sword here and there. Luna coming with the side light, side air. But you can definitely see that Luna and Pugsyxd are just trying to hold that platform a little bit. But Santy and Boomie do so well at really like breaking through people's like wall barriers of attacks and stuff to keep them off the ledge. They're very, very good at reading that. Right now, I mean, both red team members in low red. Pugsyxd's out of that first stock. Two-piece combo coming out of Boomie and Santy there. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and again, it's just like they're just playing better now. I mean, just a lot of just random mistakes that aren't really like indicative of anything because they seem to be playing a lot better now. And again, it happens. But right now, things are pretty even as they stand because now, like, again, that's one more game now that they have to play to win, and that's another potential opportunity for Luna and Pugsyxd to get back in this. That was a very good combination from them to really finish off that kill, but Boomie going for the double ground pound there really was trying there. Unfortunately, he's not going to find anything. But Santy's still at 3 stocks. He's at red, but he is at 3 stocks. They might be able to use this and kind of bait them with the bloodlust again and try to make something happen, but they're very separated right now. It's going to be very hard to do anything when you don't have your choose partner right next to you. And
well, that was smart. I mean, they knocked him, and now the red team's focusing on Boomie. Or I think Luna was just weapon starting Santy, but I don't know. They need to knock out Boomie. I think Boomie's just distracting them while Santy gets a weapon. There you go. That's what I'm referring to. But we'll see. We might see a sword ground pound off that ledge because they're really like holding against it. Boomie! What in the heck is going on?
That was a little bit of a misplay from them. So what ended up happening there, I mean, that was pretty good play. I mean, they were biding their time. They were being very, very patient, and Boomie comes with a capitalization with that neutral sig. I don't really know what happened there in the middle. I guess it was a little bit of misexecution, but regardless, they're still very much in the lead right now, with Santy bearing most of that lead with the 2.5 stocks, or 1.5, or I guess a half stock, I should say, at this point. But yeah, now we're gonna see us. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm like stunned at this, just because the fact of like Boomie and Santy are doing these phenomenal combos, and even when they're saved, they can just come back and do these amazing combos, just like Pugsyxd and Luna are doing right now against Boomie. They did not knock out Boomie, and that's gonna be risky here. Oh, Boomie with the side signature. They have to be careful across the signatures. Don't jump into it. There you go. Oh, that's gonna be close.
Yeah, Boomie's actually playing very well here. Both Pugsyxd and Luna tried to go for the offstage punish. He didn't get it, so then he goes over to try and kill Luna, and that doesn't work either, but he nearly gets it. The idea is correct, but he's dead now. It is now up to Santy. He gets the downlight side air. That's one. Can he get the other? Luna's gonna get the hammer. Can he do it? Maybe not, maybe so. He's gonna dodge out on the weapon throw, and now he's gonna make it back. The orb versus unarmed, and now Luna's preventing him from getting any sort of weapon. Santy now needs to find a way in and a way to finish this match. He really wants this. You don't want to play another one. That's going to be an open whiff, but no punish to follow. Santy and Luna are both spacing pretty well. They're not letting each other get hit with anything, but one of these guys has to make a mistake. He drops the stomp Sayer, and this match is just getting tighter and tighter, but the side air connects from Luna, and this is going to be pushed to a game 5, the grand final reset.
Dude, this is like everyone's like dream when it comes down to like tournament matches. It's the 10th game in grand finals. This is like a best out of 9, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a best out of 9. It literally is. They both, like, they each have what, like They each have, well, actually Luna and Pugsyxd have more like rounds because of the way it was set up for grand finals. But either way though, it's like a best of 9 set realistically for Luna, in the mindset of Luna and Pugsyxd. I want to see how they do. They're going back down Miami Dome. Boomie's very comfortable with this map. Very, very comfortable. Every time we see Boomie like win, whether it be TV2s or one of the ones, they choose Miami Dome. So they love the platforms. I want to see how Luna and Pugsyxd take the beginning, because that's going to be one of the keys of being able to win this round. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're doing something.
Yeah, and this is it. This is the penultimate game. I mean, 2 wins apiece in the grand final reset. What looked to be a pretty sweet 3-0 from Boomie and Santy is now turning out to be a 2-2 all. And now Pugsyxd and Luna are firing on all cylinders.
Oh my
that is
God.
a clean, but the double ground pound from Boomie to make it somewhat even more even. And Santy trying to capitalize on whatever they're trying to do. Unfortunately, it's not going to come to much. But again, such good play all around from both of these teams. This is scripted. I don't know what else to say. This is literally scripted.
I don't think it was, because if it was scripted, Luna wouldn't have gotten out that second
Oh
knockout.
my God!
Pugsyxd! Oh, Boomie!
The weapon throw. That is crazy! The weapon throw from Luna gives Boomie the first kill, and he just goes absolutely crazy for the second one. Boomie is playing like a man possessed right now. He does not want to lose. I don't know, maybe it took the game 5 reset, but he's going for all of the options right now. So optimized right now. Boomie finds another kill onto Pugsyxd and Luna. He is single-handedly tearing them a new one, and I don't think they appreciate it very much. They're not out of this yet. It is 2 stocks each to 1 stock each. They can very much handle this, but Boomie right now is playing so well, and he's going for these very nice options off stage and taking everything away from them. But he's dying now, and now it gives them a bit of breathing room to kind of rebuild their neutral and kind of give them a chance to come back in this game.
Yeah, and the red team has to be very, very careful here, because the team combos, they have to separate the blue team just like they're doing right now. Pugsyxd knocking out Santy's second stock. Very nice job. Maybe trying to focus on Boomie might be a little bit of a benefit, but we'll have to see. But those blasters are leading into different type of combos. Boomie's just destroying the red team just single-handedly.
I mean, he has very accurate shots. He's coming in. That's going to be a kill coming in. And that's the other one. And that's it. That is the game, everyone, in 3-2 fashion. Boomie and Santy will take down Pugsyxd and Luna in the grand final reset to be your Moose Wars Frost Trials 2v2 champion. Oh, 5 KOs from Boomie and the most damage across everyone. Oh my goodness.
These outs in KO color gonna be going for some really commits. The Sig goes through. Oh! What the hell is? Look how far Made flies from the end light with this team combo, depending on how long he's able to go without drop. He knows that he needs to try to keep his friend alive so that they don't have to turn this into a